Good evening, everybody. I'm Kim Singer.
And I'm Gary Hill. 15 followers of the Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, some of the top officials in that organization, have been dismissed from the commune. And tonight, the guru himself is charging them with attempted murder, illegal wiretapping, and perhaps even embezzlement. Those dismissed include Sheila, once the Bhagwan's top assistant, Krishna Deva, former mayor of Rajneeshpuram, and 13 others who held high positions in the various sannyasin organizations. Tonight, Florence Janik is with us in the studio with more on the story. Florence?
Gary, at a press conference attended by several hundred Rajneeshis tonight, Indian guru Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh offered several startling revelations for the sudden departure of his former secretary Sheila and at least a dozen other top-ranking Rajneeshis. Rajneesh said Sheila had become obsessed with power and as a result tried to poison the three people who were closest to him, his physician, his dentist, and his caretaker, in an apparent attempt to be the sole interpreter of his teachings.
While I was in silence, that it seemed, listening to them, that instead of being a meditation commune, they had turned it into a fascist concentration camp. First, they tried to kill 3 people.
Sheila's other alleged crimes include trying to poison the water system of the Dalles, bugging the guru's home, driving the commune into $55 million debt, and turning public opinion against them by taking over Antelope. The guru said the Rajneeshis will be glad to clear out of Antelope now and sell the property back to former Antelopers if only Oregonians will accept them as friends.
We would like in every possible way to be an intrinsic part of Oregon, to contribute whatsoever we can contribute, and expect your friendship, your love, your hospitality.
Rajneesh said he has contacted police regarding Sheila's alleged death plots and that authorities are investigating the charges. Sannyasins interviewed tonight expressed a combination of shock and relief over the exodus, and many said they hoped it would lead to more harmonious relations between themselves and the rest of the people in Oregon.
Florence, you've just returned from Rajneeshpuram from the news conference that the Bhagwan called tonight. Assuming that all this is legitimate, that it isn't a PR move or just a move to get the media once again looking at the Rajneeshis, why do you think it took the Bhagwan so long to get on to Sheila, if these things are true?
Well, Bhagwan, as you know, was in a period of silence for some time, and he claims that during that period, Sheila kept very close watch on who he met in order to shelter him from a lot of information. He claims, for example, that he knew nothing of the Street People program and didn't approve of it. He called them miserly beggars tonight, I believe was his term. And he says he just didn't know.
All right, Flo, thanks very much for that report.
Well, meanwhile, followers of the Bhagwan reacted optimistically to the day's turn of events in Rajneeshpuram. They expressed indifference at the departure of the Rajneesh leadership, and they pledged renewed loyalty to the Bhagwan. Sylvia Stinson has that part of the story.
One might expect a mood of despair or some evidence of splintering within the commune. However, Rajneeshis in Portland today expressed neither, instead sharing a general indifference to the turn of events in their Central Oregon city.
I know that few friends that I've talked to who are there right now are saying that it just feels terrific there, and we're always celebrating with Bhagwan, so it's just another extraordinary change.
Rajneeshis claim little real knowledge of what led to the forced departure of Ma Anand Sheela, Mayor Krishna Deva, and the others, claiming only that a mood of unrest has been seething for weeks. Meanwhile, Rajneeshis arriving in Portland today from the ranch described the mood in the Central Oregon commune.
Explosive. Exciting.
Rajneeshis expressed no regrets at the changes taking place, claiming this country changes its president every 4 years. And we quote, changes are always good at Rajneeshpuram.
I know that from being with Bhagwan for as long as I have, every change that happens makes us stronger. We just get better. So whatever it is that's happening right now is just going to create more and more of a blossoming in his community.
In Portland, Sylvia Stinson, the 10 o'clock news.
A University of Oregon professor who has studied cults says shakeups such as the one at Rajneeshpuram happen when the cult leaders become more distant from followers and dependent on the staff.
This sets up a real potential for conflict between the new religious leader and his staff, the people who are actually out there managing the troops, out there running interference in the world. This is just a built-in circumstance for blow-up. Now, whether the blow-up occurs or not depends on particular circumstances, but it's a real potential powder keg.
Johnson says the situation that is occurring now among the Rajneeshis is not uncommon in new religious movements.
It's been 4 years since the Rajneeshis settled, of course, in Central Oregon. With their move came many predictions, some which have been fulfilled, some not. Those who made many of those predictions were the key disciples who are no longer at the ranch. Trish Nyworth tonight takes a look at who they were.
In my vision, I have always been seeing the commune consisting at least of 100,000 children.
There aren't near that number at the ranch, of course, and today there are even fewer. Up until the announcement of this exodus, those key figures at the commune, Anand Sheila, Krishna Deva, and Yoga Vidya among them, gave little indication that they would ever leave their Central Oregon paradise. In fact, they said so many times.
We're here to stay, and if we have to have some kind of occurrence, some kind of confrontation, a civil war over it, then that's what will happen.
Most surprising to some was the announcement that Sheila has left. She rose to the rank of personal secretary to the Bhagwan and was instrumental in establishing the commune. She served also as the main spokesperson for the ranch and was known for her critical, outrageous comments.
They're just pathetic and miserable. They're obsessed. And anyone who is obsessed is mentally sick. They need psychiatric help.
Her bluntness brought her not only the ire of many in the state, but a record, which to some was the perfect response.
Shut up, Sheila, on the news we see ya. Say words you should not say.
Deva was the mayor of Rajneeshpuram, and Vidya was in charge of the commune. The Rajneeshis moved their commune to Central Oregon in 1981. The incorporation of Rajneeshpuram the following year prompted lawsuits still pending that challenged its legality. During the Bhagwan's period of silence that ended last fall, the guru left the commune's business in Sheila's hands. A new secretary has now been named for the Bhagwan, but few expect she will yield the power of her predecessor.
They have to appreciate us. They have to see that we are the winners.
Trish Nyworth, the 10 o'clock news.
More news ahead. The government says it owes more money now to foreign nations than we have coming in.
And families of soldiers missing in action in Vietnam accuse the government of